All right, well, welcome, guys. Hey, Monday night. So excited to see you guys. Um, so we're talking Fiji. Fiji was incredible. Been away 2 weeks. Oh my God, Isogenics absolutely spoil you when you get to achieve one of these trips. It's insane. The place that we stayed at was 5 star. They looked after us. They gave us some training. There was some incredible training, which I can't wait to hear from Sarah and Amy tonight. What they got out of it. Um, but first things first, I just wanted to share with you just a little bit of what we've been thinking about over the last couple of weeks. Like, we're in Fiji, we did a fair bit of brainstorming, and we're really excited about doing a campaign for the Easter cleanse. So post Easter cleanse, which will be, we've penciled a date in at this stage. We're just going to get confirmation from everyone we spoke to tonight. The Monday, the 29th of April, will be our post Easter cleanse. So just pencil that date down now. And we came up with a bit of a campaign called Bring Your Bestie, which it's been done by other leaders in Isogenics, and they had incredible success. So this is another clue. When you get to go to one of these events, you do get to sit side by side with other leaders and ask them questions about what's actually working for them and what they've done in the past that's actually had great success. So I know that Sarah sat with Georgie Thomas and a couple of the other leaders and asked them, what is the best campaign that you guys have ever done? And they said it was Bring Your Bestie. So we came up with an idea to do Bring Your Bestie for the Easter cleanse, which I think will be absolutely incredible. Easter restart. So watch out for that. We're going to put some things together over the next few days to have some templates and really ramp up the healthy living page. The coolest thing that I love about this is we've got like this awesome chocolate, which is really good for us, and we get to eat that over Easter, whereas everyone else is going to be just potentially having heaps and heaps and heaps of Easter rabbits and not feeling great. So we get to have chocolate and feel awesome. I wanted to give a massive shout out to Shezzy. Shez, big shout out to you, Shez, for last week. Let's just do the phrase fingers. Shez, you ran the call with Nikita, and I know that you had one of your superstars help you out with that. And was it Urena as well? Was doing the call? Was it Urena? Helped you? Anyway, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for stepping up and helping out. We do really appreciate it. And Louisa for running the Tuesday night online op meeting. Thank you so much. That's amazing, Louisa. You hear that you are crushing it. So we're going to have that on tomorrow night. If there's no volunteers for that, I'd love a volunteer. I'm waiting for a volunteer. If I don't have a volunteer, that's totally okay. I will run it, and we'll crank it out tomorrow night, 8 p.m. So I want to hear from Sarah. I'd love Sarah to unmute if she can. Just share with us about Fiji, what her experience was, but more importantly, what you learnt from the training. Because honestly, guys, we got 9 people who are on a panel who are, really crushing their business at the moment to share their gold nuggets. So it was great training.
Yeah, absolutely. So, hey all, yeah, Fiji was sensational. Sorry if we bombarded our screens with what we're up to, but it was next level, and the company looked after us. Like, because I came third exec suite, we got absolutely everything, and like club intercon, breakfasts, free kids meals, free cocktails. Like, it was sensational. And so please just run for those events and run really hard for those comps, because that really, it's just inspired me to run even harder. So now we did have some incredible training, and it was only 3 hours on one day. But one of the really important things that I sort of got out of the training was really, I've kind of been targeting quite a broad market. And I've come back now and realized that I really need to focus on my avatar and what it looks like and what my, you know, like how I'm targeting my audience, really. So there was a lot to do with determining your avatar, and that was Sandy Golder talked about that. So she was really good. And if you're not quite sure of who you're targeting, I think there's something she said online, and that's on my to-do list, to go and determine that and work out, you know, like I can describe that she's, and I'm very much a lady market. I can describe that she's my 30 to 45-year-old businesswoman or interested in small business. You know, you can basically get it right down, and don't be scared to really stipulate who your avatar is, because with our population so huge, you know, that's so many million people that you're actually going to be targeting still. So don't be scared to do that. So because I was a bit like, oh, I don't want to cut anyone short, I don't want to not include anyone, but I know now that if I'm to actually, I know who my avatar is, but I think I was more scared to accept it and to cut everyone else out. So that's a really important thing, I think, to determine your avatar. Now, the other thing was, now I listened to Alan Hilsinger at Success Summit, but he was about helping your people through their first month, really, and really about the conversations. So we get them to talk to, you know, like their top 10, like their warm market sort of thing. But you're screenshotting their conversations, and if people are saying, oh, it's not going so well, you know, just would you mind if you show me, you know, we talk through the discussion. So really, you know, screenshot their conversations back and forth, so then you can maybe suggest another way where the question or something could be addressed. So that was another thing that I found really helpful, because I'm like, I'm probably not helping my people enough in those first conversations, and just encouraging them to, you know, you're here to help. I fumbled so much at the start too, and set them up that, you know, like they're probably going to say no, but let's, you know, let's work through those conversations. So, and then I sat with Cameron Biafour for quite a while, and we talked about like who grows on Instagram, who's using Instagram as a platform. Few, yeah. So she's been setting up ladies, you know, and working with them. So she's just completed the Crystal Reset and gone Crystal Exec again. So she's doing really, really well on Instagram. But seriously, Cameron was sitting with me and just saying that she basically will get her girls, once they first sign up, to reach out to 30. Now, she's hoping that 30 people is her number. Well, she's saying it's working, because 30 people's her number, just saying, hey, are you keen to get fit with me or get lean for summer, or, you know, like in that instance. And then if they're coming back with yes, then not saying what it is, but listen, I just got started. Would you mind if I connect you with a friend who knows more about it? That's it. Then you jump on the three-way. So it's just like, her name's Cameron Biafour. Binafour. Is it Binafour? She's Morgan Nelson's partner. She lives in Bali. She's an American, and she's top Start 1000 movement. So yeah, she was amazing. So yeah, this is what HoneyMac does. Yeah, awesome. Cool. So once they've done the messages to people, then she does the curiosity post. So she never posts and prays. And this is what a lot of people, I think, are doing. Post and pray, post and pray. Whereas she'll reach out, she'll message, and then if there's no response, and set people up to say, you know, it's common. Some people won't answer you. Some people will just say no, you know, and so go for those no's. And then other people will say, yeah, what is it? Simple as that. So that's about all I have to add, Greg.
That's amazing, Saz. And, you know, the other thing is just know, guys, that when you build this team of people that you really love and care about, you get to go and actually have holidays with them. So that's what, you know, is really cool also, is that you're getting to have quality time with your team, and really, you know, talking to other leaders, which is massive. You're getting the gold from people that have been doing it for 2, 3, 5, 10 years, and they're giving you the shortcuts. So, all right, Ames, I'd love to hear from Amy if she can unmute on her first ever experience to Fiji. Ames, how was it? What did you get out of it? Was it what you expected? Was it more? Was it less? We'd love to hear.
Wow. It was incredible. That's the one word I think of when I think about it. Yeah, it was like a dream to be there, because I was around like all these people that, you know, I run into them at celebration and that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love you. I felt almost like I didn't deserve to be there, but I know that I did deserve to be there. But yeah, it was really nice to actually connect with a lot of those people who I wouldn't usually get to at the big events, because, you know, there's just so many people there that you don't get to. So I was really good, you know, picking a few of their brains and stuff. And yeah, and it was an incredible holiday, but especially spending it with you guys, it was amazing. So overall, I'm so excited I keep saying like I'm excited for the next one, but what it got me really excited about is continuing to grow and learn amongst these people that I was surrounded by, and just like they just inspired me so much, just being around them and seeing, like, you know, we were all on holiday, but seeing them by the pool. Here I'm in the pool drinking cocktails and they're sitting by the pool on their phone. So I was like, okay, this is a holiday, but these people still build their business. Like, it's a holiday, but like you've said, Greg, it's like dangling the carrot. It's, you know, it's inspiring you for what is possible in your business. But yeah, so it was a great incentive, but it just made me really excited to come home and keep building this business. Like, gave me incredible motivation. So yeah, but my favorite thing about the whole trip was that 3-hour training. Like, I just walked out of there and had to go back to my room and just sit there and process it, because I was just like, whoa, like I could sit there and listen to those leaders panels just all day. It was just like mind blown. So I was just, I've just been on a setup call, so I'm a bit disorganized, but these were like, I was just jotting down thousands of notes while I was sitting there listening to everyone. But some of the things that I did write down, so, you know, we all know this, but show up as the person you want to attract. What Cameron said, which I really, really love, is she mostly connects with people through their Instagram stories. So it's an easy way to create conversation, because they've got their Instagram story. And she said, you know, a friend was in the Bahamas and she was like, oh my gosh, that looks amazing. Like, how long are you there for? What's it like? I've always wanted to go. And then that person wrote back and was like, oh, it's incredible, like blah, 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 and told her about it. And they got back and forth talking about it. And then, you know, talking about travel, and that ended up, you know, with her sharing her story. So I've really enjoyed doing that. Now, instead of looking through stories and seeing what people are up to just for the sake of it, I'm now looking through their stories and thinking, cool, I can connect with them about this, and this can lead into a conversation where eventually I'm going to be able to share my story, or be able to see if they have a pain that I'm able to help them with.
Hey guys, just as we want to stop there and just pause for a second, just put your hand up if you literally got the biggest gold nugget that you've maybe ever heard in this business right now. Like, if you just think about that for a second, connecting with people through stories is something I'm sitting there in the crowd going, that is just so, I can't believe that we would not do that, but it's so simple. And the thing is, if you're going down that path and you're thinking about how to reach out to people and connect, they are crushing it with Instagram and Facebook stories by reaching out to people when someone else is doing a story. Like it is phenomenal. And the other thing is they're posting, and do it if you want to do it, but but they are posting every hour. So they're doing something every hour because that keeps them higher up in the algorithm so that more people are seeing their stories. And just to give you an idea, my stories have gone up 39 views in like 3 days since doing it. So 39 people more are actually viewing. So just take that on board. But awesome, Amy, I love it. I just want to stop everyone just to think about that. If you're not connecting with people through stories and you're still doing it through Messenger, that's great. But maybe just start to tweak it a little bit and start chatting to people when they're posting about their life. Because essentially they've probably done it in the last sort of 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and you can get in touch with them quickly. Sorry, Ames, go.
No, that's all right. Yeah, and like another thing that she said was, yeah, so that's amazing. It's like literally someone giving you that, yeah, like opening that up for you to just send that message and create that conversation. The other thing she said was, like you said, Greg, posting every hour. I know that I'm guilty of like running out of time during the day and then posting like a big chunk of my day, just like one story after another, being like, okay, I've posted my day's worth of stories, but that's only me popping up in the feed once because I've posted a big bulk amount. So definitely posting that every hour and just creating that curiosity, because like Cameron said, she uses her Instagram and her Facebook page as her business card. So she keeps it, where did I write it? She keeps it all like business and non-isogenics, but just like her lifestyle, and yeah, makes it look really attractive, which her life is. But then her Instagram stories is all her real life stuff, talking about isogenics. Like she has no problem talking about isogenics or about nutritional cleansing or her e-shots or whatever. And then people want to keep watching her stories because they're really curious about her life and what she's doing and where she's going next. And yeah, so I got a lot of value out of that kind of Instagram training. And then something I found really powerful was Alan Hilsinger said, you know, like if you're stuck, or he was kind of talking to us in Fiji, but talking about being stuck, anyone being stuck or feeling like you've exhausted your network, or just starting completely fresh. So pretending that you've never spoken to anyone in your network and just starting completely fresh. Like I think it's so, for me, that just clicked in my head because I feel like I've written off a lot of people on my list because I might have sent them a message, you know, and they clearly stated they weren't interested, but I might have taken it the wrong way and thought that was a no forever. Like I just feel like if you just treat them like total new prospects, go in, start fresh, you've got a whole new network, and that could really open up like a whole new audience. And then another one, so enjoy the objections, like go searching for those objections, because once you've overcome objections, then, you know, there's nothing else that you need to overcome. Like they might be then ready to sign up or ready in a month or whatever. But it's like if you, and answering objections with a story. So like if there's a money story, you can, you know, whether you can relate to that or someone in our team, but relating with a story being like, I know how you feel. Like my friend Amy, she's a single mum too, and she couldn't afford to get started on her first pack. But what she found is that, you know, so relating it with a story instead of kind of just saying like, oh, you know, well, why don't you just work an extra 8 hours and you can afford your pack? Or, and then, yeah, and just hearing them say, you know, about just being really vulnerable with your story, and even just with posting and stuff. If you're not sure what to post, just be super vulnerable from a place of care and heart, and just, you know, just, I think it was Lloyd who was saying, if you're really nervous, you know, just say you're really nervous. Or if you're writing a post being like, look, I'm really, like, just be honest, I'm really scared to post this because I'm not sure, you know, what everyone's going to think, but I just really wanted to be vulnerable and share my story about this opportunity I've come across and what it's done for me. But yeah, just if you're always vulnerable, no one is going to have anything bad to say because they really appreciate your vulnerability and you wanting to share what you're going to share. And then when you get a customer, it's a destination, not a doorway. So that's another thing that just made complete sense to me. I just feel like I get really excited when I get an enrollment, and then I'm like, oh, I've got to do their setup call. Oh, I've got to do this. Oh, you know, but really it's like, it's so exciting because it opens up a whole new network. So that just something that triggered for me. Yeah, that's pretty much all. It was absolutely incredible. I can't even put into words, how amazing it was. And I'm so excited for what's next.
Ames, that's amazing. Let's give her a big round of applause. Awesome. Love your work, Amesy. Hey, I wanted to, just hey, Lockie, good work, buddy. So the fact that, sitting there and listening to what the leaders are saying, it's not a lot different to what everyone's doing, right? It's just little tweaks here and there. Like people, you've got your story, you're sharing your story, which is amazing. And, when I was sitting there listening to it, obviously took a lot of notes, and I just thought to myself, it literally comes down to, if you've got your story and you're sharing it, and you're being consistent on social media, and you're starting to connect with people just genuinely, then there's really only one thing left. And to me, the one thing left is someone who doesn't know that I'm going to ask her to unmute. But this lady, I want to give her the biggest round of applause to, because, and I'll just unmute her. So this is a bit of I'll unmute her. No one really knows who it is. And I'm just going to unmute Nina. So Nina, I want to give you a massive, massive round of applause because, guys, Nina spoke to me probably a couple of weeks ago before I went to Fiji, and was just sort of back and forward. And I said to Nina, I'm like, look, every single day I want you to put a box, and I want you to take a screenshot of the box, and I want you to write inside the box how many people you're talking to. And she's been doing that, right? And it's been awesome. And she hadn't been quite getting the results that she wanted. So I said, you know what, Means? I'm going to take you up another level. I want you to read this book called Go for No for Network Marketers. So everyone, I want you to jot this down, and I'm just going to share my screen with you. Where are we? So, and just to be completely transparent with you, where is Nina? If I just go to see your messages, just give me 1 second. Oh yeah, when your computer's slow. Things falling away. Life's good. I just want to show you, where are we? Here we go. Here's our little pictures. Where are they all? Hang on.
Probably further up.
There's one. Oh, there's one. There's one. There's one. So just to be completely transparent, Nina has been sending me those pictures. Here is the book. It's called Go for No for Network Marketing. All right. So take a screenshot of that. Take a message of that. Actually, I will put it into our Team Free page. There it is. And I'm just going to stop sharing now. I want to hear from Nina because clearly Nina's been just literally following everything I said, right? So she literally, I said, Nines, I want you to read this book. It's called Go for No for Network Marketing. It changes your whole entire mindset around this business. So the thing is, if you've got your story and you're sharing your story and you're getting people on three-way calls, what is the thing that's missing? And Nina, can you share what's happened to you this last week in your business, or is it a week and a half ago? Because now your goal is not how many people you're talking to, but how many no's are you getting per day? Let's chat, yeah. Nina. Go, Nance.
So, yeah, that was really amazing to just change that mind shift, because I was kind of getting a little bit despondent with the, the focus of, the no's, all that. And so when I chatted with Greg and read that book, or downloaded the audio book because I drive around a lot, it just really changed my mindset to actually look forward to the no's. And so I started actually creating a bit of an affirmation of, I look forward to the no's because it gets me closer to a yes. So every day. It's almost like I'm begging for the no's because I've got to get through the no's to get to the yes, because just the ratio is going to be that way. That's just the way it is. So to just not emotionally detach from the negativity of the no's, but then emotionally connect to embracing the no's, because that's part of the journey and part of the process. So I had this little booklet. It was a tiny little booklet that my sister gave me, and it was like, it's literally this big. And I just drew that box like you could see the pictures. And every day I would just write 0, 1 or 5 or 3 and it was almost like, man, I don't want to put a 0. I want to put, because if I'm putting a 0, it means I haven't actually talked to anybody really, because, but then I underneath that, I did start noting if there was a no response or a yes or a sign up, just so that I could keep on top of my own day-to-day things of who to follow up with, because some people obviously don't say no. And I actually started looking forward to a no, because a no means someone's like, no for now, as opposed to somebody who just doesn't reply, or they're ambivalent or just ignores you. Like, so I started to actually go, look, if you don't, because you can see when they've read the message, and people get busy. So I give it a couple of days and then follow up, and then it's a no. Okay, so great, that's a no. Good. I'll come back to you later in a number of months' time. Great, it's not the right time right now, or whatever the objection is. And so in the last week and a half, I signed up 3 people on the Ultimate Pack.
Wow.
And tomorrow, about to get somebody else started on their weight loss journey program, and I'll be talking to them. 2 of them are interested in developing it as a business. So,
Nancy, this is amazing. Oh, come on. Let's give it some love here. Come on.
woohoo!
Like, if this was a bike, you'd be like, this was a bike and your hands are on the pedals, you'd be like that. Nina, that is awesome. Oh, my God.
Yeah, go for the nose. The book is amazing. Just read it or listen to it. If you it really does help just change your attitude to the nose. You actually really look forward to the nose. Come on, give it to me. I want the nose, and then you get a yes and like, darn it, I can't put a no, but it's not a bad problem to have.
I love it, Nina. Thank you so much for sharing. And the funny thing is, right, is that all of a sudden you're like 3 Ultimate Packs. Like, if they're, in the same week, like, guys, that's $600. You realize that? That's $600, Nina. Like, that audio book costs you $14, right? Or $10. Yet you've been able to turn that $10 into $600 and more, right? And you just don't know what that's going to do for your business. So I just want to applaud you, Nina, because, guys, Nina literally, she's got a full-time job. She's a mum. She's doing this around all of the busy stuff that's going on in her life. She stays up late. She's researching. She's studying it. She wants this. And the fact that she just downloaded in a heartbeat and just started sending me, and just to give you an idea, if you've got people in your team, you can start doing this with them, is get them to do a box and just put in the box how many no's are you getting a day? Like, just show me that. Because that to me is the difference between if you're going to move your business forward or if you're just going to keep it stagnant. So thanks, Neens, legend.
Thank you.
Can I add something to that, please?
Yes, Irina, of course.
I've started doing this 15-day Ninja Challenge with Fraser Brooks, and about the no's, a whole new revelation came out of that is, how do you get a no? You have to ask a question, right? So the thing is, to get a yes or a no answer, you really have to ask a question. And our question is, hey, just curious if I would use, sort of a thing. So there has to be a question to be asked to get a yes and no. So people are pretty scared at the beginning to get a no, because they go, oh no, what am I going to say, do, feel, etc. But the whole idea is to get a yes or a no. And the only way to get a yes or a no is to actually ask the question, hey, you want a cup of coffee? Yes? No? Okay. So, and it's the same with our, obviously, approaching people. So we ask them, if I was to send a link on here. Would you look at it? You know, whatever the if I was to, would you question is, but that's the only way we get either yeses or nos. So nos are good. We just got to ask the question. The more nos, the more questions we ask. And it's the same with the yeses. The yeses will come.
I love that. I love that, Urena. Thank you so much for sharing. And I think that when you guys get this piece of the puzzle, imagine if your goal was 3 no's per day and the first 5 people you asked all said yes. But your goal is you have to get 3 no's. Even though you've got 5 yeses, what do you need to do? You need to keep hustling, not be happy that you've got 5 yeses. Because most of the time, if we spend time and we're getting 1 or 2 yeses for the day, we're pumped, right? But the reality is that if you have a no goal, then you're going to embrace it and you're going to take it on like Nina has and just turn her whole entire business around just by aiming for no's. So that's probably the biggest thing that, like, you can have every system in the world, you can have the best story in the world, you can share your story, but if you're not focused on embracing the no's and being happy with the no's, then you'll find that this business is challenging to really take off and build to that next level that you're looking for. So the task this week is I want you all to download the Go for No book for network marketing, whether it be, you know, however you want to do it, reading it or listening to it. It's up to you guys. And I would love for you to post on Team Free about what is your goal for no's per day. What is your new goal? What are you aiming for? And then start to really interact and put some posts up about the no's that you're getting. How cool would it be to have like a no dance and you just like whatever you want to do, however you want to do it, and post it? Because once you start to really embrace and be happy about a no, your business is going to completely shift, absolutely shift mentally. Imagine you're walking down the street and you're like, I need 2 more no's. You're just going to go and ask people. Like, you're just randomly going to go and ask people because it's like, I need 2 more no's for the day. You never know, that could turn into a yes. So download the book, post about how many no's your goal is from the book. But I also want to talk to you guys about IC Uni, and I know that, you know, we have a team that are in, you know, different parts of Australia. So if that's not for you guys, I want you to really start writing down your list for the Easter cleanse. So we're going to do a list of 20 people right now of who you want to invite, who you want to bring to IC Uni in Melbourne, because that is our next event, which is June the 1st to the 2nd. And it's really important that you're starting to think about it and you're starting to leverage it now. For those of you who are in Queensland, we have Super Saturday on the 27th of April. There's no Super Saturday in Melbourne. And for those of you in different states, obviously Nikita's in Tassie and we've got Karen in New Zealand, you need to start thinking about this Easter cleanse or something that you want to really reach out to people for. So it might be the fact you want to get 20 people on a list for the Go for No process that you're going to go through. So let's start writing down. I want you to think about the 10 people, the best 10 people in your whole entire list that you know in your network that you would love to invite to IC Uni, and your 10 easiest people, whether they're people already in your team that have never been to an event, whether they're cleansers. But let's write down 20 right now. Get a list of 20 and we'll go from there. So we'll give you 5, maybe 10 minutes and we'll start to get that list written down. All right, so gave you about 4 or 5 minutes, which is all cool. Now, how do we invite to an event? Does anyone know how you would invite? What's the best way to invite to an event? Does anyone know?
Send a direct message inviting them.
How about, hey
Sarah.
Greg,
What
hey,
are you
what
doing?
Are you up to on the 1st and 2nd of June? What are you up to on the 1st of June?
Yeah, love it. That's it. So you never want to give away the secret until they say, oh, nothing, why? Because it's like saying to someone, hey, what are you doing Wednesday, 7:30? Oh, nothing, I'm free. Awesome. Well, I've got this event that I want to take you to. As opposed to, hey, what are you doing Wednesday at 7:30? I've got this awesome event. It's got nutritional cleansing and I learn how to earn extra income, blah, blah. No, I'm busy. Wouldn't matter what was on. They're busy, right? Like, they could be sitting there watching Netflix with their moccasins on. They're busy. So that is the best way for you to invite. Hey, what are you up to on the 1st of June? That's it. And then wait for their response. Most people will say, what is it? Why? Nothing. Why? What is it? And then, hey, have you got 5 minutes to chat? That is the key. You got 5 minutes to chat because you want to invite someone to an event. And I love this with one of the leaders said while we're at the training is, would you invite, like, how would you invite someone over for a barbecue to your house? Would you get on the phone and give them a call, or would you tag them in a barbecue post? Reality is you're going to get on a call and you're going to give them a call and say, hey, why don't you come to my daughter's birthday or come over for a barbecue or whatever. So it's identical. You know, you're inviting someone to an event. They have no idea about it, but they need to hear the passion in your voice. What are you doing on the 1st of June? Nothing. Awesome. You got 5 minutes. I'd love to chat, let you know about it. That's it. That's inviting. Now, when it comes to their personality type, if there's someone who loves fun, talk about the fun. If there's someone who's like business driven, talk about that there's going to be people who are, you know, earning lots of money walking across the stage. You're going to learn from people who are doing this full time. If you've got someone who's really quiet, introverted, then you're going to talk to them about, hey, you know, I'd love to, I'm going to be there by your side. We're going to sit in the back. We'll sit in the corner. It's all good. I'm going to support you with that. You won't have to feel like I won't introduce you to too many people. We'll just sit in the back. If you've got someone who's a blue personality who really loves and cares about the community, it's all about the community. You know, there's an amazing community, supportive. I'm going to introduce you to our friends. They're awesome, etc. So there is certain ways of talking to personality types. If you're talking to someone who's like money driven and you're talking about it's a beautiful culture and we're going to cuddle and we're going to hug, they're going to be like, seriously? No chance. Not going. So just think about that. Now, has anyone got at least 5 names written down? Awesome. Love it. What you're going to do now is send them a voice message of, hey, what are you up to on the 1st of June? To those 5. Or if you're not comfortable sending a voice message, send a text message. So just go with 5. All right, I'm going to pause out. Better press play. So sorry, guys. Beck, you did an online on your own this week. How did it go? How did you feel? Was it easy to roll out? Love your feedback.
Yeah, hey guys. So I did it in in-person one actually at a coffee shop on the weekend on Sunday. I think because that's so new and like we've all got into doing a certain way, now we're changing it, I was really nervous. And also the guy I was meeting up with was like a finance manager for this big company. And I was just a bit scared, but no, it went really well. And yeah, I agree with what you and Chez are saying. Like I got so deep with him and he just wants to do the business so he doesn't have to work on a Saturday. And like was just telling me his story, and yeah, it was really good. It was really
that's massive.
a lot better. I think.
Applause. Oh, Outback. Like seriously, 21 years old girl, and you're just talking to finance and like managers. Come on, girl. This is so good. So good,
Yeah.
Beck. Well done.
Thank you.
So the fact that you had the presentation there, you felt comfortable to do it with a financial, you know, advisor at the age of 21, like, and you got deep with the guy, as in, you know, you found out his why really quickly with the presentation. So love your work.
Thank you.
Keep them going. Ames, how'd you go? We had a few combos to get you dominating your first one, which is really good.
Yeah, I tried to back out a few times, but Greg wouldn't take my bullshit. So
Can
yeah.
you share a little bit about, and hopefully you guys are getting lots of value out of tonight's call, because we're, what Amy's going to share now is what everyone goes through. Ames, can you be open enough to share the tiger scenario that we talked about?
Yeah, so I just this presentation was meant to happen the night before it actually did, and I just had a lot of fear, and I was telling myself, like all these excuses, and half the time I didn't realize that I was actually making excuses, but I was like, oh no, my daughter, she's distracting me. But really, she like, I could have just given her an iPad, but it was just like, Greg's like my comfort zone. I'm sure we all feel like that with, whoever helps us out and mentors us and stuff. But I was being really, lazy and just let fear come in. And I thought, oh no, I'll just tell Greg to do the first one. And then, so I messaged him and I was like, after the first one, I'll do it after then, but can you just do this one? And Greg knows me well enough now that he knows when I'm, like we agreed the day before or like weeks before that I was going to do one when he was in Fiji, and that didn't end up happening, but I was pumped. He talked me into it and I was like, yep, no, it's going to be okay. And then this one, I backed out, and we just spoke about how, your body is designed to keep you comfortable. So it's that fight or flight. And, Greg shared with me, which is so true, but he said, Ames, you know that I know you and I know that you will dominate this, but you have to believe in yourself and stop letting the fear get the better of you, and you will feel so much better at the end of this if you do it yourself, because he knows that I'm capable of doing it, and it's not like I was going to go make a fool of myself, or I was definitely nervous, but yeah, I knew that I would grow from the experience, and if I got someone enrolled, then that was a massive bonus. But I've just realized, and I think CG as well, is that I do have to, when you feel uncomfortable, it is an amazing thing. Like if you're not feeling uncomfortable, then you're not going to grow. So feeling that discomfort, I feel like now, or like after the experience the other day, which I'll tell you in a sec, but I just feel like now I'm excited about those uncomfortable things. And another one happened yesterday where I was nearly swearing at Greg, because I was just like, and Rachel, I was just like, this is like, I was so uncomfortable, but I went and did it. And yeah, and now I'm excited. Like the feeling I got, okay, so the other day I did the presentation on my own, and I just was vulnerable, and I was honest at the start, and I said, this is the first time I've ever done this on my own, so please bear with me if I, accidentally exit the whole computer screen, or you can't hear me, or I stutter. But anyway, the person on the other end was amazingly supportive, and she was like, that's fine. And at the end she was like, you were so professional, you did so well. And so I just did everything that the presentation was saying. And then there was a few times that, I said something, and then I pressed spacebar, and then it flicked up on the screen, and I was like, oh, I've already said that. So, I know that I'll be better on the next couple of times, but she enrolled straight away. So it was amazing.
And she enrolled straight away and wants to earn $100 a week, right? So that's her goal. She started, she got started on a pack. And the cool thing is, what I talked about Amy was, and I think you guys really got to understand this, is that your brain is designed to keep you safe, right? So back in the day when you were hunting for food, when there was a tiger running at you, your brain was like, you know what? You're scared, run away. Like seriously, you need to save your own life right now. That's exactly the same feeling as when you're about to do a presentation, or you're about to do a speech, or you're about to do anything in this business. You're about to send a message to invite someone to the 1st of June. You're about to do a voice message, right? Your brain thinks it's a tiger running at you. So immediately you don't want to do it. You want to run away. But the key in this business is that you need to charge forward to it. You need to run towards it. You need to feel the fear, do it anyway. If you're not uncomfortable in this business, you're not going to grow it. You've got to keep understanding that, okay? So, all right, I'm just going to